it made us realize that there are so many negative health side effects with long-term narcissistic abuse, and these things are real and they're dangerous for your health. They really are.
Welcome to the Victim to Warrior Show.
Warrior Talk. We're John and Melissa, and we are narcissistic abuse survivors, and our mission is to help other survivors reclaim and rebuild their lives.
Right. Now, we had a totally different topic planned for this podcast, but something really, really important came up just over the past couple of days, and we felt it was vital to share this with you now. Babe, talk to us just a little bit about what happened with some of your clients this week.
Well, I had 3 long-term clients all cancel because of major health issues. And these health issues have been plaguing them off and on. And it made us realize that there are so many negative health side effects with long-term narcissistic abuse. And none of my clients even put that together
Right.
until we care about our clients. So I said, listen, you have to talk to your doctor about this because this has been going on for a while. And it's things that you would never possibly put together. Or maybe you were made to think you're insecure, or you're trying to get attention, or you're just a complainer. These things are real
Right.
and they're dangerous for your health. They really are.
Right.
Um,
So let's talk a little bit about the clients that canceled. I mean, what's going on?
Well, one has immune system deficiencies, and she has gotten pneumonia, bronchitis, the flu. I mean, anything that's going around, she catches it because her immune system is so
What?
suppressed.
Now, and she just got out of her abusive
Yeah.
relationship just a couple of months ago. So these plagues started happening to her just recently. So it's pretty easy to collaborate these two and say, listen, this is the cause and effect of this abuse you suffered over many, many, many years is now manifesting itself physically in her body. So let's talk about, I know.
Well, another one developed these weird allergies. I mean, she's 55 years old, has
Mm.
never been allergic to anything. And all of a sudden, she's starting to become allergic to things that she eats all the time. And her doctor said that it is stress related, that she thought it was an allergy because she was breaking out in hives. It was stress that was causing her body basically to almost attack itself.
Right.
And so she is having to go through a lot of tests right now. It's really kind of scary.
Yeah.
And my other client basically has such chronic night terrors that she cannot sleep. And she literally had to cancel because she had not gone to sleep for like almost 2 days.
Yeah, and that's a horrible thing for your body
Yeah.
to not get the rest that you need. And I know Melissa and I aren't trying to scare you. We just want to inform you. This is pretty important stuff, especially if you've been dealing with this abuse year after year after
Yes.
year, or even if you've recently escaped the abuse, but it went on for a long, long time. Some of these things might be happening to you. So let's let's get a little bit more into this. Let's talk a little bit about your abuse that you suffered, all those years you suffered.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about some of the negative health side effects that you had because of that.
Well, 2 major ones were the insomnia.
Right.
I had night terrors. I could not sleep. I cannot tell you how many nights I would get like 1 or 2 hours sleep. And I had a really, really stressful job. And unfortunately, I had to go on a prescription sleep med, which was terrible for me. It took me a long time to
Yeah,
get
well, it took us a couple years to get her weaned off of that stuff. It was
onto something, just natural,
Right.
thank goodness. But then I had digestive issues. I still have those. I still have those today because I was always a ball of nerves. I was always so tense about what was going to happen, what wasn't going to happen. And it messed up my insides. I mean, those 2 things, it was bad. I mean, I had to go to many, many doctors, specialists, and, finally I was able to get on something that is natural as well. So, but those were my 2 biggest issues that I had with my health.
Right.
I mean, you dealt with anxiety.
Oh gosh, and I was like you. I was in a real stressful business at the time, but then you come home to a stressful home where you have to walk on eggshells all the time. And the difference is when you're at work, typically you know where the arrows are coming from. You know where the issues are. But when it's at home, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you don't ever know where the attacks are
Those are
coming
sneak
from. Yeah,
attacks
sneak
that you're
attack.
always looking, always worried.
Now, and that is the first and only time in my entire life that I had to get on some medication to deal with stress. I've never in my life had to do that because I'm really focused on meditation and physical activity and natural supplements to overcome. But I actually got on something that was like Prozac. I believe it was called Lexapro. It's been a long time since I was doing that.
And people didn't understand narcissistic abuse when we went
Right.
through it, so they were quick to prescribe
Right,
something.
right, exactly.
I know, and that
Instead of working with somebody, but
right.
the problem was getting off of it. It was one of the worst things I've ever been through trying to get off of it. So let's talk a little bit about the negative health side effects. Let's talk more deeply about what they look like so that you can say, you know what, I'm dealing with that. This is exactly what I'm dealing with. Now we're going to provide this information for you.
Yes.
But let's talk a little bit about, we've got the mental side effects. So let's talk a little bit about that. What does that look like?
Well, of course, anxiety because of the manipulation, gaslighting, the unpredictability that we were talking about, that leads to you being anxious all the time, producing major amounts of cortisol, which is not healthy for you. Depression,
Mhm.
feeling of hopelessness, PTSD. I mean, PTSD, war veterans come home
Right.
with this. This is tied to narcissistic abuse. Just night terrors, flashback, intense fear triggered by reminders of the abuse. Terrible.
Mm.
Low self-esteem, obviously, self-doubt and confusion due to the gaslighting
Right.
and the constant manipulation. We struggle to trust again. So those are some of the mental health effects. Now, John is into holistic healing, and thank God he's gotten me into it as well. So I was able to get off of Ambien. But talk a little bit about things. You're really good at clearing your mental psyche, and how to get rid of some of that anxiety.
One of the things that I learned when I was going through my abuse and the recovery after, which I want to talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes, but was really first of all meditating every day just for 10 minutes can do wonders for you mentally. And I just listen to a guided meditation every morning that really kind of helps me clear my mind, get into a great state, and also have some affirmations, some powerful affirmations that I repeat through the meditation. And that is really just a great way to start your day if you're dealing with stress and anxiety and those types of things. It's just a great way to kind of get on an even keel at the beginning of the day. The other great thing about meditation too, though, you can go back to that place anytime
You can
during
do
the
it at
day.
night too if you
Right.
need to. Sometimes I have to do it at night.
Right. So
You
so
know?
it's a really excellent way to get your mind on an even keel,
Yeah.
especially if you're way up here and you're anxious to spend 10 minutes meditating and get down to this level place. And if you've had a really stressful, anxiety-ridden day, kind of end of the day meditation, like Melissa said, can really help you get into a better place for your
Sleep.
sleep. Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
definitely. Um, and there are other emotional and psychological impacts as well.
So let's talk about this list because we could talk about this. There's so
It's
many.
man, when we go because it's serious.
Let's
This is serious.
let's tell you where to find this first of all, so that you can just download this yourself and look through these and kind of understand where you are as far as if you're dealing with any of these
So it's
negative health.
not in your head.
Right,
You're not
exactly. That's
making it.
important to know.
Yeah.
So we're going to put this in our link in bio, and you can get it's a free download. So just after you get finished with this podcast, just go up to the top of the page there on our YouTube page, and right below our banner, you'll see our link in bio. It says victimtowarrior.bio. Just click on that. It's safe to click on it. It's in blue, and it'll take you to our resources. And in there, we'll put this the negative health side effects of narcissistic abuse and so that you have a free copy of this and can kind of go through it and understand these things are going on with me. Oh, now I see.
And don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. And there are a lot of good things you can do as far as healthy supplements,
Yeah,
meditation.
we talked
It's
about
like
meditation. Also, getting outside and walking a couple of times a week has done wonders for Melissa and I. We are up to 3 miles 3 times a week, and we just love it. Just getting out in nature. is so clearing for you, and it's therapeutic. It's great, but it's also great exercise. Keep your heart rate up,
Yeah.
burn some calories.
Definitely lets you clear your head and, get rid of some of that anxiety you're feeling, and
Yeah.
it helps with low self-esteem. It does help you build your confidence back, and that makes you feel better. You could produce, your own dopamine,
Mm,
and you don't have to rely on something else,
right.
or possibly getting on a prescription med. I mean, we're not doctors, so if you need to be on a prescription med because your doctor's prescribed it, then you know what, you gotta listen to the health professionals. However, if it if it's something you could try that's natural, that's good for your body, and that you don't become addicted to it like we did years ago when they really didn't understand how dangerous narcissistic abuse was mentally, physically, emotionally. Um, I would much rather use a natural product than go back on a prescription med
Okay.
and have to beat that again.
So let's talk about that. It's so hard to get everything you need in your diet, especially when you're dealing with these negative side effects. You need extra. You need an immune booster. You need a great multivitamin. You need a natural sleep aid to help you get that 8 hours of sleep.
Just something to help your digestive system.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, also, because that's a big problem Melissa has, and you might also be suffering from that as well. But really, if you can help build your immune system,
Yep.
get some good multivitamins in your body every single day,
Okay.
and get 8 good hours of sleep with your meditation and your physical activity, you are well on the road
You're
to
winning.
recovery. Now, I just want to show you this real quickly. This is Healthy Cell. You see, it comes in it's a liquid.
You can digest it so much
Right.
easier, especially for those of you who hate pills
Right.
like I do.
This is their multivitamin. This is 14 pills
Yep.
that
And one
you
little
that you
shot.
drink, and it's 150% more,
Absorption.
absorption than pills. So we love Healthy Cell because every single one of their products, whether it's for joints or whether it's for
You
focus and
feel it.
planning,
They have a
immune
great
builder,
immune
everything,
builder that we
it's all liquid. So
refer to our
please
client.
follow our link in the description below and just check out their website. Look at all the amazing products they have.
We'll put our discount in there.
And we'll put our discount Warrior 20.
Yeah.
You get 20% off your order, but we just love Healthy Cell. So please check out their website. Now, also another product that we really like for in the middle of the day anxiety.
Apothecary.
Apothecary.
Yeah.
We love Apothecary. We've been taking Apothecary products for several years now,
Yep.
and they're just so helpful. They're all natural.
They're also liquid,
Mm.
and you could either put it right under your tongue or you can mix it in a tea. Like, this is called Take the Edge Off,
Mhm.
and
That's exactly what it does.
it does. It just takes the edge off. It kind of just relaxes you. It makes me a little sleepy. So if I know that I'm having a kind of a rough day and maybe we've had a lot of videos that kind of triggered us, I may take this, 45 or so minutes before bedtime, before I take the REM sleep, the Healthy Cell, and it just kind of brings me down a notch. They
You
do
can
have
also
other
take it
products.
in the daytime too, though.
Well, it depends. If you're prone to things causing you to be sleepy, then I would make sure you're not driving, you're not at your job, you are at home because you just don't know if it'll make you feel sleepy or not, and you don't want to be doing anything.
Okay, and lastly, let's talk about the digestive.
Oh, this is a miracle. Let me just tell you right now.
Well, sometimes Melissa
This is TMI, but I'm going to say
way too much. It's Melissa sometimes will go a week almost without, you know, having a BM. So that's difficult.
awful.
And it used to be really horrible when she first got out of the abusive relationship.
It would be like 2 weeks.
Yeah, it was horrible. So
It'd be like 2
we found this Apothecary product that Melissa just absolutely loves. I put it in her coffee every single day. She doesn't even know it.
Now it puts a little squirt in there, and I think it's the coffee. Because most people, after they have their coffee, they're all good to go, John. But now when I have my coffee, I'm good to go too, but it's because of this. And it's called Never Been Bitter. And it is, and I'll tell you what, I was bitter. I used to be very bitter.
Yeah, well,
I'm not bitter
very
anymore.
bitter.
No, and I will never run out of this. Never. And if I'm having, extra trouble, I'll just pop it under my tongue.
Right. So we're going to put the links to Healthy Cell and to Apothecary in the description below, and we have discount codes for you for both of things. So we'll share those
Wow.
with you, and they're great discounts.
Yeah.
And we just look, but these are natural products that are going to help you build your immune system,
Yes.
get healthier, get better sleep, have better digestion, and be able to deal with anxiety better too. So wouldn't those things make your life a lot better? So
And you can combat a lot of the things that you're going through, but take a look at the list. Go through, it's 2 pages long. We want you to know what you're dealing with. We want you to know it's real, and we want you to know, you can get help for this. This isn't something you have to suffer in silence with, and you didn't make it up. You didn't imagine it. These are real negative health side effects, and we want to make sure you get healthy and you stay healthy.
right,
So
absolutely.
make sure you get a copy of that as well.
Now, if you have any questions about what we talked about or anything else dealing with abuse that you're suffering, please send us an email at questions@the2w.com, and we'll put that in the description below. Also with our website, we'd love for you guys to see our website if you haven't yet. It's just got great information. It's
Great
chock full
resource.
of great resources, the2w.com, and we'll put that below as well. Babe, have anything else that we need to talk about? Any questions that we want to review right now?
No, actually, the 2 questions that we got last week were pertaining to this.
Yeah.
So that's the reason. And one was about immune builder, and another one was about sleep.
Yeah.
So I think we covered
Now,
both.
if it's not something that we talk about in our podcast, we do just reply to you directly,
Right.
with answers. So we're really try to stay up to speed on that. So if we don't get to your question in a couple of days, just bear with us. We'll get to it as quickly as we can. But we are here for you.
Yeah.
So please, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please subscribe. We're trying to
Like
build
it.
it and like this podcast.
Yep.
We're trying to spread the word out, and we understand that if it gets a lot of likes, that YouTube will spread it out.
Right.
to more
We're trying to help
people.
as many people as we
Right.
can. And we love to hear your comments too. So put your comments there below. We love to read those.
Right.
Thank you for following us. Thank you for watching this podcast. And we hope to see you
Yeah,
on
we'll be back
episode
next week with a new topic.